Hey guys, I'm in Erwin, Tennessee. I made this 70-mile trip from Hot Springs down to up to Erwin, and I'll be honest with you, when I was looking at that, kind of logistically planning that trip, 70 miles is a long ways to be in pretty much the wilderness. There were no real stops in between that 70 miles. There were a couple of little hostels or whatever, but generally it was 70 miles of living in the woods. I did about 14, 15 miles a day, so I was able to get through it in 4.5 days, which was amazing. Uh, Got into Irwin and then took a 0 day. Um, the trip coming out of Hot Springs, I've got a little video to show you there, and then I'll just kind of title some of the things as it goes, so you don't have to sit and listen to me the whole time ramble and wonder what day it is and where I was and all that kind of thing. Health is good. I do have a little tendon on the bottom of my foot, the ball of your foot, off to the left, kind of behind the third toe going toward the little toe. It's that repetitive motion of just bending and twisting that toe, that foot constantly, hundreds of times, thousands of times a day. But I laid off of it today and yesterday, so it's better. It's not debilitating or anything. That fellow that you'll see in the video, he actually has a real problem with an Achilles heel issue, and it's swollen, and he's been putting ice. He may take 2 0 days just to try to get over that, to get back on the trail. That will take you off the trail. So he's really doctoring that, watching that very closely. Anyway, I'm going to get the videos up to Aaron, and then I'm going to make a second video for Aaron, I think, because I went through the downtown. It's just a beautiful little town. But listen, I appreciate all your comments, your emails. It really is encouragement. The weather this week was wonderful, so it was not bad traveling as far as through the woods. It was muddy in places, really muddy, but at least there was water. Wasn't too hot. It is starting to get hot though, and I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to smell like after being in the woods for a week with it 90 degrees, and I not have washed clothes or taken a shower. It's going to be pretty gross, I'm sure. So, but I appreciate you guys thinking of me, and Dennis, you offering to help send something. I may give you a yell on that sometime. I don't know. But I will talk to you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, I'm leaving Hot Springs, and it's Tuesday morning, whatever day that is. Great restful place to be. Had a great time, even though it was kind of a smoky room. It was. I did rest a lot, feel better. I'm gonna give you a little shot of Hot Springs. My next goal is Aaron, Tennessee, which is about 70 miles. So I'll be in the woods for the next 5 or 6 days. So let's hope the weather holds up at least most of the way for me. If it does, I'll make a lot of. If it stays clear, I'll make some really great time. Other than that, here we go. Next leg of the trip. This is Hot Springs. Oop. There we are. Nice little town. Unfortunately, there's the Welcome Center. Have great Wi-Fi with a picnic table out to the side. I used it for the last 2 days. There's the little ministry, hiker ministry building. Back up that way is really a great restaurant, Smoky Mountain Restaurant. I had a little country ham breakfast and brought about half the country ham with me to eat on the way. Here's the hardware store. That's amazing. Look at that. Not in Nashville would you leave your tools out like this all night long. Somebody would come and steal every one of them. It's amazing. Wonderful place. Water is fed by this river. Really pretty. There's a restaurant everybody goes to, Spring Creek, and I'm amazed. I went in last night to get a to-go order. We're the last 2 nights, and people from as far as 20 miles away come in there and have a beer or whatever, have dinner. They must do well. They were busy both nights I was here. Here's a barbecue place I was hoping would open, but I think it's only open 3 or 4 days a week. But it's, they say it's good food. There's Creekside down there where you can get little cabins next to the creek. Here's the, and I'm sorry I'm so close. Let me get out here in the street. Hold on. Here's the Bluff Mountain Outfitters. Good guys. I did a little resupply there. The best place to resupply really is the Dollar General store. I got those little tuna packets. They're like $1.25 a piece. They weren't $2.39 here, but they're good folks. They've got to make a living. I understand that. Back over there is a little washateria. The lady told me over at the coffee shop that they used to have a machine in there where you could cash out dollars for quarters, but somebody broke in and stole it. So you have to go over to the, it's like a little fine arts place that sells coffee and ice cream. By the way, the ice cream over there is $9 for a pint. And if you go down to Dollar General 2 blocks away, it's $3.39 a pint. Just a heads up on that. Ice cream is ice cream. There's the bank. There's the old ATM following. And here's the public library. Great place. I don't think you can see in there at all, but they have a very small library and it is very, very nice. Here we are. Maybe I can get you in there. I don't think I can. I don't know if you can see in there or not. I'm trying. Small library, but at least they're trying to do something to help education around here. So that's it. Up here on the left across the railroad tracks is the Hot Springs Resort and Spa. During the Second World War, I maybe mentioned this earlier, during the Second World War we brought Germans in here to work instead of putting them into a prison camp, and they loved it. The guys just loved working there. There's a better shot of the wash tub. But great little town, and there's the Iron Horse station, which really takes up quite a bit of the downtown. It is a like a little place to stay. Here's the Artisan Gallery and Marketplace. This is a great little place to go. Coffee was reasonable. I thought quite reasonable. You know, I didn't know that they had a police department. Walked by it several times, but doggone, they do have a police department. And I bet you they keep things in order around here. All right, I'm gonna go for the mountains up there. Got to climb a lot today. Don't know if I'll be back with you or not, but I'll try to give you some shots. See you later. Here's the French Broad River. It's beautiful back up in here. By the way, that little brown smoke you see is a house that burned last night, unfortunately. Heard the folks at the diner talking, the guy lived there forever, so sure he's having a hard time this morning. There's the river, very beautiful. What a beautiful part of the world here to live in. Got a little lost there for about 10 minutes. Missed this real quick turn as you cross the French Broad River. If you're doing this trip, when you leave Cool Springs, that's where I live. Hot Springs. As soon as you cross the French Broad River, there's a little opening in the guardrail. Take it right there. But anyway, this is what it looks like going down the trail. Just north of Hot Springs by about a quarter mile, half mile. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Passed about 20 firefighters. There was about a 20-acre fire, they told me, and they were able to get it out. You can see where they dug a little line here so it couldn't spread. Actually, they just passed me about 15 minutes ago. You can see where they stopped it. And I'm sure it went on over the hill over there, but just want to show you that there are fires today. That we're heading to another one right after this one. And the trucks are all waiting on them down at the bottom of the hill.
about a mile and a half down the path. You can look, I think if you look back through there, let me get over here a little better, you can see where the fire went starting up the mountain over there. So they worked hard to get this one out. Back over there. So it actually did go up the mountain. So anyway, there are fires this year. I didn't ask them how this one started. So here is the trail. I'm about a half mile north of Highway 70 South here in North Carolina. And there's the old tent. I'm not expecting rain, so I'm not clamping the sides down tonight. And kind of underneath the tree there, so if it does do some raining, it might, protect me a bit. But other than that, it's about 10 minutes till 7, and I'm worn out, so I'm going to crawl in there and rest my little legs and ponder the night, and as soon as it gets dark, I'm going to sleep. So 15 miles today. I've got 70 to do. If I could do 15 miles a day, that'll get me into Erwin a day early. So that's what I'm working for. I'll catch up with you guys. By the way, there was one site today I went ahead and skipped that, but other than that, there's been really nothing as far as to show you what's going on, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm at mile marker 288. I went 15 miles from Hot Springs and really wanted to get ahead of the other group of the bubble of hikers back there, because they all rushed to the shelter, and they're just gonna carry on. They all got in about 2 o'clock, and I went ahead and went 4 more miles, and I'm just stealth camping. Let me show you this. Notice there's the footprint of the tent. It stayed dry, and if you folks don't do a lot of tenting, it's awful nice to have an area like this with pine trees, because those pine needles are clean. When you put your tent down on the ground, it comes up muddy, dirty. At least the footprint, the bottom. You have a bottom layer that separates you from the you have the bottom layer, which is the footprint. Then you have the tent. Then you have the rain fly, and the footprint there is really to protect the tent, and also it just keeps water out. So you see, it does a good job. I'm packed to the brim here. Got to eat some food today. Ate a little country ham this morning for breakfast, and a honey bun. I'm gonna stop at the next watering hole and probably drink about a half a liter of water. I'm kind of running a little low. I'm down to about a liter because there's no water in this area. And then I will progress on. There is a bed and breakfast hostel about a mile from here I could have stayed at last night, but man, they're so expensive. They want like $60 for a bed with sheets. It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to push on by that place and see what we have for the day, and hope that it's a clear day. I think it's a clear day. It's hard to tell this time of morning because of the fog that is on the above the trees. But there's my path. Talk to you guys later. Hey guys, I've been about 8 miles. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:30. This is what the trail looks like. Here it's like it isn't. This is what it looks like in Vermont, or up that way. You have to step over boulders, step around boulders. It's just been this way for about a mile now, so I may not get my 14 in today, or 15, but let's just see just what the trail looked like. It's not a nice little padded footpath. This is about mile marker 302. Don't know the name of the bald, but I want to stay up here. I actually stay right over there under that tree, not for sure. But beautiful view up here. Looking to the south and the west.